हरि ओम सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु दीर्घायुष्मान् भव स्त्रीभ्यः दीर्घसुमङ्गली भव कन्यास्त्रीभ्यः शीघ्रमेव विवाहप्राप्तिरस्तु सर्वव्याधिनिवारणप्राप्तिरस्तु सर्व ऐश्वर्यम् अभिवृद्धिर्भवतु तथास्तु. So I am continuing today a new title which is called Greatness of Bhagavad Gita. Now I am not comparing, but greatness of Bhagavad Gita as it is. So this is part number 1 in English. So to start away, I am referring to chapter 3, verse number 8. Bhagavan says, Niyatam kuru karmatvam karma jyohya akarmanah sharira yatra api cha tena prasidhyayetya akarmanah. That is, sharira yatra api. Shariram, this body, yatra means your life, the journey of your body in this world, 90 years or 100 years. Sharira yatra api cha, and te, your sharira yatra na prasidhyayet hya akarmana. Certainly with akarmana, it will not give the prasiddhi, means it will not shine or it will not attain the achievement. Even for your existence, your life. Niyatam kuru karmatvam. Niyatam, prescribed. The daily duties. The duties prescribed. Niyatam kuru karmatvam. The duties. Karma wins jyohya akarmana. Karma wins over akarmana. Karma is greater than akarmana. Karma is greater than action, is greater than inaction. So if one is lazy, he is even for the daily journey of his body, that is his daily existence, he cannot achieve any prasiddhi, any satisfaction, any fulfillment, any success in his life. So what you have to do? Niyatam kuru karmatam. Do the daily duty. That's what Bhagavan is saying. Bhagavan is saying karma here. Do your prescribed karma regularly, daily, even for the journey of your life, even for your life in this world. Your karma will win over akarma. Your action will win over inaction. A beautiful verse. See, I will give you one small example for this. You are going out of station, you are putting your motor car in a shed, and after 20-25 days, after you return back. Now, if you try to start the car, first of all, it will be dusty. Okay, the car is there, you can take off the dust. If you try to start the car, there will be some problem. The battery is not working. Sometimes it may start, sometimes it may not start also. There may not be water in the radiator, or some problem here and there. Something would have got stuck up inside the radiator or inside the engine. I have seen that many times. 1 or 2 days it is okay, but 20-25 days if you are out of station and leave your car in your house locked, then the garage is locked, then this is the problem. The car is not doing its own daily regular duty of running on the road. When the car, which is an inanimate thing, is not able to run on the road for about 20 days, it gets stuck up. That means the car is not doing its regular duty, is it not? If the car is not doing its regular duty of running on the road, it gets stuck up, then what happens? That's all, it is stuck up. So it is not getting the prasiddhi because of its inaction. I will not say laziness, it is inaction. Even an inanimate thing's inaction will lead to a problem. That's what Bhagavan says. A simple example, anything. If you don't revise your subjects, or if you don't do regularly your mathematics, you will be out of touch. You may forget. So when you forget, you cannot achieve anything. So even if you don't do your regular duty, suppose you are not taking bath for 20 days, what happens? We can imagine. Is it not? If you are not regularly going to your office, which is your prescribed duty, doing your office work for 20-30 days, you simply get stuck up somewhere. Then the 31st day or first day, there will be some problem, some adjustment. You may adjust for a simple thing like that. But Bhagavan talks of a larger issue. Therefore, do your duty regularly, means daily. Your prescribed duty, you do it regularly. That's what he says. You may not do every day, but regularly. Don't abandon it. You don't abandon your regular duty, say bye-bye, then your success will not be there. That's what Bhagavan beautifully says. This was said when? 2, 3, 4,000 years back. See, the level of civilization at those times, the level of thinking, when cannibalism was prevalent everywhere in other parts of the world. So even this is even applicable even today. Even psychologists, management scientists are telling the same thing. A regular training makes a man perfect. Then let me go to another beautiful verse, a philosophical verse. This philosophical verse is chapter 2 and verse number 12. So here Bhagavan says, Na tve vaham, na tu eva aham, jatu nasam, na tvam, na ime janadipah. I will come to the meanings. Janadipah. Then Bhagavan says, na chaiva, na bhavishyamah, sarve vayam atah param. It's a very beautiful verse, lovely verse, a very profound thinking verse. What does it say? Na means no, tu, but, eva, only. What is that? Jatum, the birth, na asam. Na asam means it's a lung lakaraha rupa. I existed. Existence. Asam means I. So na asam means I. Never was and the meaning I will tell you. Na asam, na jatum. Never. Na. So never was a time I had not existed or not was there, not was born. Tvam, you. Na also, you also. Na ime, these, ime is these. Who? These. Janadipaha. Janadipaha means Jananam Adipadihi, Rajas. Adipaha Bahuvachanam. These kings. So, there was no time when I was not, I never existed. Na asam, I never existed. Nor you. There was no time when I was never born. That means I was always getting born and born and born. Not you also. Nor these kings. So see the meaning. There was never a time when I did not exist. Na aham. Na asam. Asam refers to all uttama purusha. That is first person. I never existed. Tvam, you also. There was never a time when you also never existed, and there was never a time when you also was not born. That means that we were always in existence and we were always getting born. And also these rajas, these kings, he was pointing to all those rajas in the battlefield. There was never a time when these people never existed, or they never were born, or they never existed. That means they were always getting birth and birth and birth, existence after existence after existence. See the depth in the philosophy. Na cha, na, no, cha, and eva, na bhavishyamaha. Bhavishyama means will be in future. Sarve, vayam, we, itaha param, after this. Ataha param or vayam itaha param, you can say. Ataha param means from now on, another. So, bhavishyama will cease to exist. Na. That means we had never existed in the past, never were born. There was never a time when we had never existed. There was never a time when we were never born. And not only me, I, you also, and all these kings. And also there will be never a time in future that we will never be, would have never ceased to be born. In future also, we will never cease to be born. No. All of us, in future also, will never cease to be born. We'll be getting born, birth, after birth after birth. So, Bhagavan very clearly says in this very high philosophical way that matter cannot be created or destroyed. We were all living there. We have never ceased to exist. We have never died practically. They never ceased to exist. I also, Bhagavan is not saying I am exempted. I also, hey Arjuna, you also, and these kings also. There was never a time when they ceased to exist. And when they ceased to get born also. When they cease to get exist, and in the future, they will not cease to get birth also. That's what Jatu he says. Bhavishyamaha. In future, they will not cease to get their births. That means they will be getting their birth after birth after birth. So this cycle is there. There is no question. You or something, when man dies, we say he died. Means he will again get birth. So and previous also several times you would have died. Several times you would have gotten the birth. And in future also, that is not the full stop. In future also, there will not be any time when he does not have a birth, when he does not have a death. We will never there will not be any circumstances, any future where our birth and our death will cease to exist. It is a continuing process, says Bhagavan. What a beauty, sir. In which religious text? Bhagavan doesn't say, I am going to the Father in heaven. Father in heaven, if the Father is only in the heaven, then who will be in the hell? Father is supposed to be infinite and almighty. He cannot be finite. So if it is only in the heaven, he will be finite. So who will be in the hell? Who will be in the earth? See, these religious texts cannot match the profound depth, the tenets of Bhagavad Gita, any text. So that's what Bhagavan says very beautifully. Matter cannot be created or destroyed. It is a cycle. It goes on and on and on. So there is nothing called one father who says, or somebody else says, I will take you to my Father in heaven. Father has to be in heaven. Father has to be in hell. Father has to be in this earth. Father has to be inside me. Father has to be inside you. Father has to be inside a tree, inside a snake, inside a Satan, inside a devil, inside a murderer. That's what in Chamagam we say. Inside a thief, the Father has to be there because He is all-pervading, omnipotent. He is everywhere. He cannot be in only one place. If He is only in one place, I will define Him in size and area, then He becomes finite. That logic is there more, that we shall see. But Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita what is applicable, and this is applicable in modern times. So more of it I will continue with several verses of Bhagavad Gita till such time. Bhuyat Tavat Shubhamangalam. Thank you. Om.